You're not gonna get my information today, officer.
Sit tight on that one. Well, what's your name? These cars get broken into, I'm gonna need your information. That way, in case these cars come...
I don't give out any private information.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need your information. I stay over here by my video camera, please.
Stay over where?
My video camera.
Am I being detained? I'm gonna stand where I'd like. You saved the day, because I didn't know what this guy was gonna do, to be honest. Told you weren't gonna get my name. It's the backside of the City Hall to protect and serve. If only all law enforcement officers truly understood that. How you doing today?
Sir?
How you doing?
Checking around. You walking around? You looking for somebody?
No, I'm not looking for anybody.
I'm just checking around, man. We're checking this lot security and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Cars and all. Don't want nobody breaking in. Take care of yourself.
You too.
Alright, now I'm curious.
You're curious? Uh-huh. What's your name about, Jumbo?
Dr. Cordova, Germantown Police Department. Will you sit tight right there for me?
Yeah.
I'm curious as to why you're walking on the patrol vehicles and holding your phone as if you're...
Outside the police department parking area, an officer approaches a man recording patrol vehicles. What begins as a casual conversation quickly shifts when the officer asks for his name and information. The cameraman calmly refuses, insisting he has done nothing wrong. Tension rises as both sides test boundaries, one demanding answers, the other standing firmly on constitutional rights. A simple interaction now becomes a public debate over authority, privacy, and freedom in a taxpayer-funded space.
What are you looking into? What is your nature? What is your business?
Oh, that's exactly what I'm doing, officer. I'm recording the police vehicles.
Okay. Stand by when I'm speaking to the subject. I'm trying to put that information. Alright, well, what's your name? That way, in case these cars come...
I don't give out any private information.
I'm gonna need your information. If these cars get broken into, I'm gonna need your information.
Or do you suspect me of committing a crime, sir?
Well, sir, you're walking around looking at these cars, and I'm trying to make sure none of that's going to happen.
Is that a crime, sir?
I'm trying to make sure it's not. So go ahead with it.
That's not a crime, sir. I only provide my information when you suspect me of committing a crime. You need reasonable, articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, sir. Suspicion is not a crime.
Give me a second.
Sure thing.
We stay over here by my video camera, please.
Stay over where?
My video camera.
Am I being detained?
Right now, I want to find out why you're looking at these cars in case you might be breaking into cars later.
Am I being detained, sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Am I being
Is there
detained?
any reason why you're doing that? Can you give me a good answer?
Am I being detained, sir?
Can you give me a good answer why you're looking at cars?
Am I being detained, sir?
7.
The officer explains the vehicles in the lot have been targets before and says he wants identification in case something happens later. The cameraman pushes back, asking whether he is suspected of committing any crime. When no clear accusation is made, he refuses to comply. The exchange highlights a familiar conflict. Can suspicion alone justify demands for personal information, or must law enforcement first establish a lawful reason before escalating the encounter?
Go ahead.
Check.
I mean, you checking up on me before. That's all good. That's all good. But hopping out.
And then I saw you kind of looking at patrol cars, recording. So I'm trying to make sure again, you're not looking to case these vehicles to break into, because we have had people do that.
You've had people break into police cars.
Yes, sir. We've had that. So that's why
On a police parking lot.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Has it happened before?
Like that, I know, right? It's wild.
I doubt that's ever happened.
Okay, well, hey.
I can look into it.
Okay, good for you. Well, again, that's why I'm trying to get your information to make sure in case anything happens, I can say, hey, I spoke to
You're
you.
not going to get my information today, officer.
Sit tight on that one, okay?
Sit tight on that one?
Speak to my lieutenant.
Yeah. You're not going to get my information.
My car just out of the way.
I'm going to stand where I'd like, please. Thanks. I'd appreciate it.
Stay where you're at.
So we have an undercover, or an unmarked, I should say, Ford.
As the officer continues pressing for answers, the cameraman repeatedly asks one question: am I being detained? It is a strategic response, forcing clarity about whether this is a consensual conversation or an official stop. The officer hesitates, trying instead to justify his curiosity. Neither side gives ground. The moment reveals how language matters in police encounters, where a single word can define rights, responsibilities, and the legal limits of authority.
Here, you can see the lights right here in the back window.
Videotape the parking lot, anything like that. He's allowed to videotape the parking lot. Per Captain Simpson,
Per who? I just want to know who you spoke with, sir.
our captain.
Oh, okay. Can you mind if I get your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Foley, 0695.
Thank you. And the captain you spoke with?
He just said, I don't know which captain was. We just got I called my lieutenant. He said, captain said you can walk around cars, whatever.
All right, I just wanted to make sure that, just in case, because he doesn't seem too happy that I'm recording.
Yeah, I just got a phone call, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That you came over here, Officer Poli, and you saved the day, because I didn't know what this guy was going to do, to be honest.
He's
Okay, I hope so.
a good guy. You're good.
I hope so. I'm a good guy, too. I promise. I'm not here with any nefarious purposes or anything like that.
Yep.
Officer Poli. All right, well, thank you, sir. Better not pull that notepad out anymore, because you're not getting my name.
Soon another officer enters the scene, bringing a noticeably calmer tone. After speaking with supervisors, he confirms the cameraman is within his rights to record the parking lot and patrol vehicles from public space. Instantly, the mood changes. What had been framed as suspicious behavior is now recognized as lawful activity. The second officer's approach demonstrates how knowledge, professionalism, and communication can diffuse tension faster than confrontation ever could.
Now, the only thing that raised my attention is that is actually pull on door handles, trying to get in cars, and anything like that. So when he was kind of getting black about it, it kind of made me sorry. He was trying to do something like that. So I just thought it was kind of random for somebody to be doing that. Oh, did he? Okay. No, that's fine. I appreciate it. Like I said, he wasn't giving me much, work with as far as why he was letting me walk the police car. But I appreciate it. Thanks for that. All right. Well, cool, man. All right. Well, like I said, just obviously you're recording us, we're recording you, so hopefully, nothing else comes up back here. All right. So take care of yourself. Be careful.
Yeah. Told you weren't gonna get my name or information. Nothing. I'll smile for you.
That way, in case anything comes up, like I said, all right.
I'll smile for you. You'll have a picture with no name.
The cameraman explains he often identifies himself as an independent journalist, but only when treated respectfully. Because the first officer came across as demanding and hostile, he chose instead to exercise his right to remain silent. He argues that de-escalation is key in every public encounter. According to him, when officers demand compliance without cause, citizens naturally become defensive. Respect, he says, often determines whether cooperation is freely given or firmly withheld.
Great investigative work there, buddy. Jesus. There's always got to be one. So you got Officer Poli over here and the captain, thankfully. Because I got tyrant vibes off of this officer here. Definite tyrant vibes. There's nothing wrong with taking some pictures of taxpayer-funded vehicles. Nothing wrong with it. I told him that's what I was doing. And if he wouldn't have been such a jerk to me, I would have explained more. You guys have seen in some videos, I give out my first name, my purpose, independent journalist, but he was being such a jerk, trying to demand things from me. Now I'm gonna invoke my rights. I don't have to tell you anything. You want to be difficult, I'm gonna be difficult with you. You want to try and force me to talk to you, that's why I always say, de-escalation is key.
After the officers leave, the cameraman reflects on what he sees as a larger problem in modern policing. He criticizes expensive vehicles and specialized equipment, questioning whether such resources truly serve communities during real crises. His comments move beyond the parking lot encounter and into a broader discussion of accountability, priorities, and trust. For him, the issue is not one officer alone, but a system that too often misunderstands the rights of the public.
It is key. 100%. I don't know why they have any need for these kind of vehicles when they never use them. In time of crisis, we all saw what happened at the Uvalde shooting. Didn't use any of their high-tech equipment they have, any of their military equipment. They should be stripped of all their high-tech equipment and all their military hand-me-downs. They're not going to use them when the community needs them to protect us. But then the courts say they have no obligation to. But yet they were preventing parents from going inside, right? This doesn't make any sense to me. All right, guys, so we're just going to get a few more pictures of these taxpayer-funded vehicles in this public parking lot here. And then we'll be getting out of here.
As the visit ends, the cameraman summarizes a lesson he believes officers should know. Suspicion is not a crime, and exercising constitutional rights should never be treated as wrongdoing. He praises the supervisor who clarified the law, while criticizing the officer whose attitude escalated the situation. In his view, encounters like this reveal why public oversight matters. He leaves viewers with one question: was this reasonable policing or unnecessary abuse of authority?